Hey, Soul Warriors, does your world match your vision? If not, it's time to become a full-time private eye to learn what you truly believe. There is a transformative power in faith, trust, and belief, not just in spirituality, but in yourself. This force lies beneath the trauma and the conditioning that you have mistaken as who you are. Your past does not have to be your future. Are you ready to turn off autopilot and harness the power of genuine belief to shape a world that matches your greatest desires? This is one of the most difficult things, I believe, from my own experience and from coaching a lot of people, is shifting into belief and true trust and faith mode, because we are programmed to believe what we see with our eyes, what we, feel with our hands, what we hear with our ears.
Right.
All the things that have happened to us, all the things that we were told and we witnessed and absorbed like sponges by osmosis growing up has all like jumbled into us as who I am and what I've become, and therefore where I have to operate from, never allowing ourselves to operate from our soul self.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk to the people that are saying, I believe, I have faith, I am spiritual, I am doing all the things and all this stuff, but in their mind, in their heart, their energy is completely different. When you have faith, when you believe in yourself 100%, none of that comes into play. You are 100% satisfied with who you are, where you sit, and how you proceed in life. That's full belief in yourself and full belief in whatever it is your belief system is as well. So those are the people that I want to talk to, because, Spirit is really clear about that. Do you really believe? Are you really faithful to your growth, your understanding, your power, your grace, all of those things?
Yeah, it's something. I'm very apologize if you can hear our cat screaming. She wants something that we can't supply at this moment.
Yeah.
She has a belief that we are here to serve her, and that is true most of the time, except right now we are serving all of you. So this trust, like, I have a pretty lot of confidence in myself, and I trust myself most of the time. But when something is not going my way that I've been consistently working at, I will fall off that bus. And we will all fall off that bus. So know that that is normal. Know that this isn't a perfection 100% of the time. You're going to be like, yeah, hell yeah, I am that bitch. Okay, Minnie, please stop screaming at us and give us a few minutes, okay? No, yes.
Listen, little miss.
She is stern in what she believes right now. If I keep screaming, they will do my bidding. Oh my. So cut yourself some slack when you fall off the bus, but just recognize when you're not deep in that trust of yourself and of the unseen and of whatever you believe in, God, spirit, God, goddess, whatever it is. Are you completely trusting that the universe has your back? Are you completely trusting that you are an abundant, brilliant being? Because when we fall into bad relationships, money issues, jobs we can't stand anymore, or people we feel like don't support us, there's a level in that we're not trusting that the universe has got us, and we're not supporting of ourselves. So this is where the private eye, I'm like, you're getting under that hood and you're, just watching, and you're doing a stakeout on your behaviors and your thoughts, and figuring out, like, what do you really believe in there? What's the fear underneath whatever's going on that you're not liking?
What inside of you moves you so much that regardless of whether you can see it or not, you still take action on it? So, and I sat with that for a good long while, because it's like, okay, believing and having faith in something that you can't see is super hard. It's really solidifying within yourself what you truly believe, and really coming to terms with that within yourself, because it's one thing when you're saying that you believe and you have faith and you're a spiritual being and all those things, but if inside of you're like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're complaining If you're complaining like the money's not there, complaining about the relationship, if
Yeah.
you're like, these are the things that you actually believe, because these are the stories that you're telling. This is what's
Exactly.
coming out of your mouth.
Exactly.
Or if you believe that, there's the best partner out there, or there's plenty of money out there, if you believe that you have faith that God will provide, but then you're walking around like, oh, I'm so broke and I can't, I can't meet any nice people, and like, you're not trusting in that. You're putting out a totally different energy.
So how do you sit fully in your belief, in your faith, in your spirituality? It's kind of like walking in the door of your home and saying, I've arrived and I'm present and I'm fully engaged in my life. And I believe in everything that I say, that I do, how I act. And that is a presence, if you will, a presence of belief that whatever it is that you touch or say is going to make a difference, or is going to shift, or is going to make something grow in your life. And that's knowing that it will happen regardless of whether you can see it or not. Like a lot of the times, I have conversations with people, or spirit tells me to go talk to someone about specific things to them. And for me, I have to have faith, and I have to believe that whatever it is that spirit is asking me to do, that this person is going to receive it in the way they need to receive it for themselves. That it has nothing to do with me. That I whatever it is, and not to take it personal if they get angry or if they have some sort of a reaction, because that's their process. It's their thing. And this is the belief and the faith I've had in spirit from the gate, that when they tell me to go do something, and although sometimes I'm resistant, I go do it and trust that it's for the person's highest, best good, and it's coming from a pure place, because that's kind of the way the spirit realm vibes.
It does. That's how it works. So a tool that you can use for this is expectations. And a lot of times, everybody's saying, get rid of expectations, drop the expectations, expect the unexpected, whatever. The cat is still screaming. Get 5 more minutes, okay? Give us 5 minutes. She's just going from door to door. So the expectations create. We want you to understand that expectations create. So when you're expecting things that aren't in alignment with your highest good, it's a mismatch. So you're not on the exact frequency you should be on. So you're going to get something slightly off. You're going to get something that's matching where you are over here, instead of being open to whatever is actually for you. So your expectations, if you lean into like a negative experience with expectations, or expecting like, oh, that's going to be a shit show, or oh, that's not going to be fun. If you have those type of expectations, you're probably going to be right. Mm-hmm. So leaning
that's
into
a whole different level of manifesting.
Exactly. So leaning into the expectations of good things, of like, I don't know what this is going to bring. It's usually not my scene, not my vibe or whatever, but something there is for me, or just because my energy needs to be lent to that, or there's an energy there that, I might need to be exposed to. You don't know. So just going in with an open heart and open mind, whatever it is, will help allow things to begin to shift for you. I want to give you a quick message before we get back to this episode. Unlock the secrets of your soul for free with Soul Notes. Say goodbye to feeling stuck and hello to the validation of your alignment. These weekly prompts are filled with reminders, gentle nudges, and sometimes a kick in the ass, all with love from your soul. Don't just take our word for it. Try Soul Notes for yourself and see the difference it can make in your life. Trust us, your soul and you will thank you. Just go to soulnote.org. That's SOULNOTE.org. Now back to our podcast. And know, like what we said at the top with the beginning of the video, where everything is under those layers of traumas and conditioning. A lot of your beliefs, you don't even know you have them. You don't even know that, like, I'm making this up, but like your dad always said, people with money are assholes and should be wiped off the face of the earth. I don't know where that came from, but, so somewhere in you, like, making a lot of money is not a good thing because those people are horrible and you consider yourself a good person. You're a good person. So subconsciously there's beliefs down there that you haven't even tapped into that are what's piling on top of your desires not happening for you.
Right. I think that spirit wants to make sure that you believe in yourself first. Believe in the process of your spirituality, your growth. Believe that there is a purpose in your life to honor. Believe that life has its rhythm and you're part of it. It comes I'm getting that feeling where spirit is just like, don't just say you believe, embody it and really truly understand that rhythm that's flowing through you so that you can really connect in a spiritual way where the energies are just like dancing, creating, embodying everything that you're looking for in your life in a very third dimensional space.
Yeah.
And does that make sense?
It totally makes sense.
I'm trying to get the words based on the feeling that I'm getting.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I thought I had gotten to a pretty solid level of belief and trust. And then all of that started being challenged. And I started falling back onto like my default settings. Like if a money issue came up, okay, I'll just, go get another job. Or if a friendship gone bad, okay, well, I'll try this and I'll do that. Like going back to all these default settings, that's that autopilot place that we're trying to like turn off the autopilot and get back in the driver's seat of our life. A Neville Goddard, I actually wrote down a quote that I had used to help me shift, especially over the past year. If you don't know him, he's like the king of manifesting your desires and everything and truly walking yourself into that place of belief. What would you be conscious of feeling if the world was reflecting what you truly desire right now? What would you be conscious of feeling? So instead of like you're putting up your vision board and saying, I believe in that, I believe in all those things, which those are desires, those aren't beliefs. Whether you believe you can have them or will get them is a totally other thing. That's like layers and layers beneath that. But what are you conscious of feeling? So whatever it is that you're desiring and is not happening for you, which is causing basically a mistrust. You're like, I'm not trusting my abundance. I'm not trusting my brilliance. I'm not trusting my God. I'm not trusting the universe because this is what I've been putting out. This is on my vision board. This is the mantra I've been saying, and it's not happening. Or I've always lived this really, poor, rough and tumble, hard life. And so that's just my life. And falling into that's what it has to be forever. That's not trusting in yourself, and it's not trusting in whatever you believe in.
I'm seeing the pattern. Yeah. I don't know if you are. I'm seeing the pattern. And it comes down to how do we want to feel?
That's what the quote is.
Is bottom line. And when we reach that feeling, are we truly believing that it's there? It's like we spend a majority of our time thinking we need something. And when what it really means is that we're looking for a certain feeling, a certain something. But when we get it, we don't trust it. We don't believe it, that it's here. That can't be true.
Yeah. If it's money, it'll just go away. If it's a new person, they'll end up screwing me over like everybody else.
This is requiring you to really, really sit in that belief. You have the ability to gain all the things that you want in life and how you want to feel about it present for you to just handpick it. And when you're living in that belief and in that faith, everything is possible. But you really, really have to be sitting in it.
Yeah.
And believing it.
And if it's not coming, then there's just another level of stepping into that trust. The vision that I'm getting is like whatever you want, say it's behind this closed door. And you're like, okay, I'm really believing it. I'm in front of the door. I'm knocking on the door because I'm ready and I believe it's behind there. And I'm ready for that door to open and it to be there. And you're just knocking and you're knocking and you're knocking and the door's not opening and it feels locked when you try it and you're getting frustrated. So whatever it is like behind the door that you're saying that you want to feel joy, you want to feel fun, you want to feel free. Stop standing at the door and knocking at the door and and seeing the door not opening. I mean, that's like sitting in the lack of whatever, like I can't get through the door. So you will forever be blocked and forever be banging on the door and being more frustrated and more in the opposite feeling that you're really looking for. So what can you create if whatever's behind door number 1 is fun or free or loving or whatever it is that you desire to feel more of? Go out and do things that have that same feeling. Like I know for me, one of the things I was trying to manifest wasn't happening when I was banging on that door forever. And so I started like walking. I started asking this Neville Goddard quote. Like, what would I actually feel if that thing was here right now? Okay, where in my life do I have those feelings? Here, here, and here. Okay, I'm going to go walk. I'm going to go dance. I'm going to go sing. I'm going to go look at art. Like, whatever it is. So I'm immersed in those feelings. So that feeling, that energy, that frequency is flowing through me more and more and more until that thing that I wanted matches up because now the vibration is exactly what I was feeling. It's like a whole other level of manifesting that is required in this belief trust piece.
It's interesting. The visions that I'm getting is when you were talking about the door. They're like, you were talking about knocking and all that stuff. I got the vision of the door in the hand with the doorknob. Just fucking open it.
Yeah.
You don't need to knock. When you're sitting in belief and believing, truly believing, you just have to turn the knob. You don't even have to knock.
And know when you turn the knob and you open the door, it might just look like this big freaking void. And you're like, I was expecting, a hot man and a piece of chocolate cake. And what is this? And I'm going to link the growth video we just did. Yeah. We just did this a phenomenal growth video exactly about that. Like, what it can look like as opposed to what we think it should look like and how to navigate that. So that's super powerful. So check that out if this is resonating with you at all. But yeah, having the faith and the trust to step into the unknown because that is where your stuff is.
That's where all the good stuff is. Even though you're fearful of it or you're not believing in it or anything like that, that's where the work sits. So imagine just walking into that, and saying, okay, I have the tools. I have the faith. I believe. I know I can do it. And really, really, truly mean it. Getting through all of that is just, it's a walk in the park, really. It really is a walk in the park because that's the kind of power that we have.
Exactly. So hopefully this activated something in you, something hit you that like, yeah, I can have more faith in that. I can step more into trust like with that. I can have more confidence in myself as I navigate this and really trust my co-pilots of my spiritual team at the same time. So step into that faith. If you need support as this is activating you, we are here. Like, comment, subscribe, reach out to us. Tell us what you need more of. Tell us where you need support. And we've got you.
All right. Be kind.
Peace.